Good morning and welcome to the Middlebury Town Office. I'm Mark Levinsky. I'm your town manager, and I'm very honored to welcome you all to this very special occasion, which is to celebrate the swearing in of Middlebury's very first dog mayor, a super exciting milestone for the town. So thank you for coming. Before we begin, though, I just wanted to thank a few people. I wanted to thank the Middlebury Select Board for supporting this creative and very fun idea. I wanted to say thank you to our town staff and to the Better Middlebury Partnership, BMP, who helped promote this event through our Instagram accounts, through our website, and through our town texting and emailing service. And a very special thank you, of course, to Hannah Manley from Homeward Bound, the true driving force behind this initiative. So now I will hand things off to Hannah, who will share a bit more about this and make the official announcement, and then Karen Mott is here, our town clerk, who will swear in our new mayor. So again, thank you all for being here and for being part of this very joyful celebration. And the team, I just wanted to close with saying that the team here in the town of Middlebury is very, very excited to get right to work with our new mayor. So thank you all for coming.
And all the excitement, I came down with a cold, so if I shovel out over here, it's just because I don't want to miss anything that I've put together to share with you today. Echoing Mark, thank you to the Select Board and to Mark for saying yes to this crazy idea. It all started with an email. Isn't that the way it goes? Someone in their infinite wisdom shared an email news story with our receptionist at Homeward Bound, and it was about a shelter in Florida that held a race for mayor, dog mayor, as a fundraiser for their shelter. And it just so happened I was sitting at my desk at that time brainstorming, how do we make a bigger splash for Homeward Bound in honor of our 50th anniversary milestone? And the timing was just serendipitous, and I'm like, well, thank you. Here's the idea, and the rest is history. When thinking about the dog mayor, we had a lot of fun before anybody else heard about it in the shelter. And what we put together was a very serious job description. I think other dog mayors around the country that have been sworn in have been just a figurehead, a pretty face, a handsome canine. But we wanted a dog mayor with substance, one that would serve a really important role in the community. I am very serious about this. We were looking for a dog mayor that would be a proponent of spay and neuter, registering your dog with the town and getting a rabies vaccination, someone who would inspire the fun in voting for the young people in the area, someone who would model proper behavior in the community, specifically at the dog parks. And another reason to have a dog mayor, we felt, was to boost the morale of the hardworking members of the town staff. After a 2-week nomination period, we had ourselves 4 viable candidates, each amazing in their own right. I would love to thank 2 of the 4 that are here with us today. The guardians did all the work. The canines just looked good and acted friendly. So I want to thank Dave and his dog Ed, who are not here. Nat, who is here, and his guardian Lindsay, and all of the people from Eastview. Tela and Eric, who Eric was the household promoter for Tela. Jen is very much the one that takes Tela to do her job, and you'll hear more about that later. And then Reggie and Marion. Reggie was the Australian Shepherd Collie mix who could jump like no other. We'd probably have a very different feel right now if she was our winner. The following 2 weeks was the voting period. The race was classy from the start, no scandals. There was positive messaging in all of the banners and posters. Our friend Ed got a kickstart by jumping into the Memorial Day parade here in Middlebury. The candidates complimented each other, promoted each other. It was clear that they were just encouraging participation more than a specific dog to vote for. It was so heartwarming. The highlight for me was last Thursday when Nat actually organized a honk and wave at the time that school was being let out at 3 o'clock and decided he didn't really want to be alone, so he asked Lindsay to invite the other candidates. Two of the other 3 candidates were able to join Nat and a whole crew from Eastview. It was incredible. Honk and waves can be kind of awkward when it's a human being because you don't want anybody to feel bad when you're driving by, but this was like a 100% approval rating from the community. There were people shouting out the windows, "I adopted my dog, I adopted my cat, my rabbit came from you." I think you guys can now understand what it's like when we're in a parade. It's just love. Everyone is exuding love. And man, oh man, to have this whole thing come about to celebrate Homeward Bound and to put a highlight on our 50th anniversary, mission accomplished. And that mission was accomplished because of 4 amazing dogs and their loving families. The final tally, we had 1,516 votes cast. Over $7,500 was raised for Homeward Bound. Someone earlier said, what was your goal? And I said, well, we've never done this before. So when I set up the fundraising page, I was thinking 5,000, but that seemed really low and I felt like we could do more. So I put 10,000 as a stretch and we came through with 7,500. So I could not be more pleased. Everyone at Homeward Bound was so grateful to the community, far and wide, that supported these 4 dog mayor candidates and their families that went above and beyond in promoting them. Tela came in on top with 533 votes. Nat right here was a close second at 412. I think that his people would like to talk to the town about a deputy position. It's not really my place to say, but I think you'd be smart to scoop him up. Ed came in at 334, who's a strong leader most of the time. And then Reggie had a respectable 237 votes. Success. We accomplished our mission, and I can't thank you all enough for your support. Enthusiasm, humor, and camaraderie throughout the process. Before I hand it over to Karen Mott, Middlebury's town clerk, for the actual swearing in, I did want to introduce our new executive director at Homeward Bound. Her name is also Karen. Karen Page joined us at the beginning of March and is a force to be reckoned with. I'm very excited that she came on just in time to see this kind of all come to fruition. So please see this face, know that she's our leader as we go into the next decade at Homeward Bound, and don't be shy about visiting with her. After Karen does the swearing in and the stamping, the signing of the swearing in contract, I would love to open it up for questions in press conference style, if you can handle that. Bear with them, and I think people sign up for things like this and don't necessarily know what they're entirely getting themselves into, but we have wonderful support from our local media here in Addison County as well as throughout Vermont and across the lake in Plattsburgh. Just want to give Alex Wasilenko, meteorologist from My Champlain Valley, ABC 22 and Fox 44. Alex helped us kick this off and really launch this campaign into something we could all get excited about and let the greater communities know what we are doing. So thank you, Alex, for that.
Thank you.
All right, Karen.
All right. You ready, Tela? All right. So Tela, I'm going to start by asking you to place your paw on this box of dog biscuits as an act of commitment to the office. Good girl. Thank you. And Tela, because most of our audience doesn't speak dog, I'm going to ask your people to repeat your name when it comes to that part of you, okay? So this is the oath for the Middlebury, Vermont Office for Dog Mayor. I, state your name,
Tela
Montgomery, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will faithfully execute the duties of Dog Mayor for the town of Middlebury and will therein do equal right and justice to all persons to the best of my judgment and ability, according to the law. So help me God, or under the pains and penalties of perjury. So Tela, if you wouldn't mind, in lieu of a signature, we'd like to get your paw print. There's alcohol. That's close. Thank you. All right. Right here? Yeah, sounds good. It's okay. Everything. And right on here should be pointing. There we go. She's doing it. You can do it. Perfect. Okay, quick swab. Let's see here. What a good girl. What a good girl.
I'll give up this.
No, you definitely deserve a biscuit. My goodness, that's a lot to go through. I'll give you guys a few more just in case.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. You are now the dog mayor of Middlebury, Vermont.
The good girl.
Thank you, Karen Mott, beautifully executed.
I'll turn it over to Tela and her people.
Eric, maybe you want to start off with, or do you want to just start getting peppered with really important, challenging questions?
I think we want to thank everybody involved for raising the money for Homeward Bound first off, and Homeward Bound right away. This has been amazing. We are completely humbled and overwhelmed. This has just been lovely, and yeah. And then I think we're ready for questions. Thank everybody, my family. Hi family, hi family. And then Jen, anything?
That sounds lovely.
Okay.
Yeah. Any specific questions?
You mind if I go first? All right. Congratulations first and foremost. My first question, Tela, rescue dog. Also, how did you all get involved with this? We need to enter Tela now into this. How did you all get involved?
Sure. We got Tela because my brother actually got her brother, and we fell in love with him, and it was time for another dog, so we reached out and we're able to get his sister, so it's a family affair.
Awesome.
We decided to get involved with this, I think, because it was just something that we saw as being able to kind of like share joy and do a wonderful thing for Homeward Bound, and we so appreciate them being in our community and a part of our community, so we were really excited at the opportunity to kind of help and sponsor.
Awesome. Thank you.
And your previous dog was a rescue, you told me.
Correct. Yes.
Our previous dog Gus was a rescue, and we loved him dearly.
Mhm.
Had him for a bunch of years.
Came from Homeward Bound.
Came from Homeward Bound, and he was a good boy too.
You talk about her name.
Yeah. Tela is named after our favorite band's, our favorite songs from our favorite band, Fish. The song Tela is part of their rock ballad, I guess is what it is, Gamehenge. And she just kind of fit the bill. We had a bunch of names. Liesel was very high, and Liesel was very high. That came in second, but Tela won out, and I'm grateful. It seems to have worked out.
Is there a particular duty that Tela is excited to execute now that she's dog mayor?
I would say she's excited to hang out with lots of people. She is one for meeting new people and having big parties, so she's looking forward to that.
Can you elaborate on what she does with you at work for folks that might not have heard the interview on our Instagram?
Sure. So Tela works in the care management department of Middlebury College, and she supports students who are navigating really challenging times. So she is there as a support for individual students one-on-one, and she also runs some groups there, which is really great.
How old is she?
3.5.
What was your favorite part of this competition?
I think my favorite part was just getting involved in general, the whole of it. I really enjoyed like making stickers and signs, and the honking wave was incredible. I'm not gonna put that was amazing. We had so much fun at that. But boy, yesterday, or was it Saturday, when I finally could breathe, it was amazingly exhausting.
Yeah.
Like really, it's just like, I gotta hand it to all those people that get out there and knock on doors and things like that when they're running for office, and like I can't even imagine going any more than 10 days or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What will Tela's first act be as dog mayor?
Oh, Tela's first act as
Well,
dog mayor.
we got her a really nice bone to have later
There you
today.
I think she's gonna enjoy some of the rivers nearby Middlebury and maybe take some time to process and digest this whole thing.
This whole adventure.
Yeah. But then it's right to the dog part.
It was pretty calm there.
Yeah.
Maybe we need the process.
Is this a one-year term?
It is,
Yes.
yes, in fact, it's marked
I
on
know
here.
it's probably too early to ask
2026.
this, but you think she'll run for mayor?
Hard telling, not knowing.
We haven't even worked out those details. The
Yeah.
deputy that's been offered up. Anything that Nat's crew would like to share, Lindsay? You guys were all in.
We had so much fun with this and are so pleased with the outcome. Nat has loved all of the extra attention, and it was so much fun to meet the other candidates. Tela is very just a wonderful dog, and we met Reggie. We never got to meet Ed, but Nat realized that any one of the 4 candidates would have made a wonderful mayor. So there was no smear campaigning. You know, we were really happy. You know, Nat ran a really strong campaign. He's a good candidate. And we'd like to think that we gave the other candidates a run for their money and inspired more donations for Homeward Bound. So Tela really wanted this position, and I applaud you, Tela, for all of your, in the last 6 hours, Tela really just came in strong. Nat was snoozing. He was tired, you know, he was laying down, and Tela was out there raising, over $1,000 in the last 6 hours. So she definitely deserves this. So, and if you need any help, Nat's always available. If Tela needs a deputy, we could put a little pouch on her to carry Tela's dog bones or something. Yeah. So, yeah, but thank you. This was just a wonderful experience. So.
Nat has the most beautiful smile. You have to look at him, his lower teeth are just perfect.
Yeah, they might become friends, you know. They're both people dogs, but I think they have a lot in common.
Yeah, fast friends.
Yeah.
Mark, any last?
No, thank you again to everyone for coming this morning. This is a very, very exciting day for the town of Middlebury. And welcome again to Tela. We're looking forward to getting to know her and working with her in the coming year. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.